Hello, beautiful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. My name is NielOK, and I'm back with another astrology forecast, numerology forecast, energy reading overall. Honestly, just channeling the messages that I felt the need to come through with today. So today is Thursday, March 7th, 2024, but this reading seems like it's still timeless. I feel like anytime you tune into something, the messages itself are timeless. You know, you can have gotten a reading from somebody 4 years ago, and today is the day that you really resonate with it. You know what I'm saying? But the actual planetary alignments in the numerology of the day, that is more so locked into the time that we're in right now. So today's a universal 9-day after my calculation. 9 indicates cyclical endings. There'll be some reveals of profound revelation via hindsight. So it's kind of like after you left a situation, you let someone go, something go, and then it's kind of like you can see the clarity of why God, the universe, source was asking you to move on and let go. But it's kind of like only after you actually let it go, which reaffirmed your self-trust. So in terms of the cyclical ending, it's the ending of self-distrust, moving into self-trust, which is really on par for this Pisces season, I would say. So Thursday being ruled by Jupiter, plus the 9-day, plus being in a deep Pisces stellium. I mean, we have the sun in Pisces. I think Mercury is in Pisces as well. Saturn is in Pisces, and then there was something else in Pisces too. So it's like, this is deepening while also expanding. And simply put, my title for this reading is You Have the Pen, You Write the Script. We have full contact with our shadows right now. I mean, like face to face with not even just the darkest aspects of ourselves, right? Because darkness encompasses a lot. More specifically, we're looking at where we were blind to our own destructiveness, where we were blind to our own escapism, and installing the sight necessary to not only receive our blessings for this next astrological year, but we're going for destiny now. Now it's the destined times. It's the times that feel very written, very serendipitous of the stars. Like I was saying in the last reading, it was like we have luck and fortune and favor that is helping us actualize, and it's helping us navigate our shadow work. But what does that really mean? That means that your innocence, your inner child, your sense of wholesomeness and unobstructed goodness that maybe you couldn't see before is facing the parts of you that feel like it could never be good, or doubts itself, or is still in inner disagreement with oneself. So it's still a good time to let go, and it's an even better time to nurture yourself. It's an even better time to feel deeper into what works for you organically and what doesn't. And we had a lot of lessons in the last 2 years or so with all of these, just with everything going on, of learning what does not work. So now it's time to forgive, process the real feelings that we feel, and move forward in such a way that allows us to really 100% soak in the goodness of the season before us, the spring that's emerging. You feel me? I'm gonna pull a couple cards. I'm not gonna do too much, but I'm gonna pull a couple. So this is the Starseed Oracle deck. I got the regular tarot deck, and then this is the Earth Magic deck. So I'm kind of feeling like a little bit of tarot, and then maybe like one, kind of like that. But I already pre-shuffled them, so you know. And this will be, I mean, it's timeless, but you know, it's more so, I'm feeling like a weak energy, like in terms of time. We have the Pisces new moon on March 10th. I want to say that's Sunday. Man, this Sunday's gonna be a big day. I'll put that one too. It's fine. I usually don't read reversed, honestly, but in this case, I'm feeling it. Let's see here. Let's do this one. I'm just gonna pull the top cards for this. Interesting. And then I'll do like a couple of these. I'll just put the top ones for this as well. Feeling one more. All right, bottom of the deck for this. I like that. Clouds, shape-shifting. So I'm actually glad that I pulled some cards because it brought up a huge theme that I meant to mention actually, which is personal transformation. And that's a big topic of conversation, especially in regards to people who are focused merely or more so on manifestation. It's always like self-concept, and you know, even the collective is really getting into reprogramming the subconscious mind now, I noticed. Here's the thing to me, right? I believe in personal empowerment and in personal choice, especially on a divine level. So even when we don't have human remembrance of something, I still believe that on a higher level, I am the empowered sovereign being over my life. Okay? So when it comes to who we are becoming and what we are transforming for, that answer will vary between all of us because it truly depends on how we have curated and operated our consciousness up until the point at which the question was posed. We have star ancestors, hidden secrets, lost wisdom, look a little deeper. Lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. So it's kind of like I was saying, where are my notes at? Like revealing of profound revelation via hindsight. It's like with the amount of serendipitous encounters, depth-filled conversations, moments of very just matrix, trippy, weird things being said by people you didn't expect to say it, things that we're doing. I said in the last reading that people will be taking big actions that would change the course of your life and the trajectory of your life. And it's one of those weeks and it's one of those seasons of life where the veil, it'd be like the veil is thin, but like there is really no veil anymore. It's like the information that the collective knows, it's deeper, it's wider. And funny enough, it's like things like manifestation and all that was, you know, it was a little bit more hush maybe like 10 years ago, 8 years ago. And watching people wake up to the fact that they can create their life on some level through their inner world. And what people do with that knowledge, because you have to consider this. You may be a person that is personally transforming, right? And you're transforming because, you know, maybe you are tired of the pain from your life running everything that you decide to do and what's possible for you. Maybe you believe in more than just this planet and more than just your own stream of life in this one particular life. For example, you believe in multiple lifetimes and the afterlife, and even deeper, you believe in a liberated afterlife. You know what I'm saying? There's many different ways in which people get called to the altar of transformation in life. But you don't strike me, you being the viewer, you don't strike me as somebody that is transforming for superficial matters, because you can manifest anything you want in this matrix. You can, do your big one, get all the money, flyest things, whatever. But the satisfaction of trusting your soul rather than trusting your ego with the powers of the soul is a remarkable perspective. Not because it's better or worse than any other perspective, but because it has the energetic implication that you are willing to put truth over temporary pleasure. And your willingness to put truth over temporary pleasure is the exact thing that may have ostracized you from people. And it will be the exact thing that brings everything that you want and desire. That's the paradox of life. You're not alone. It has been a fascinating week, very emotional for me, very profound, very liberating, and I'm neutral where I need to be neutral, emotional where it matters, and practical when it's time to be grounded. And I think we've all kind of delegated ourselves subconsciously maybe into certain boxes as it pertains to the society, but we are flexible. I mean, look, this was the bottom of the deck for a reason. And then right underneath that is vulnerability. Shape-shifting vulnerability. The biggest strength, one of the biggest strengths in this life is to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is truth. It's rawness, it's honesty, it's an intimacy that allows yourself to be witnessed, experienced, and felt. It is the implication that you are a presence of influence, both as an influence and allowing yourself to be influenced, or at least to consider an influence. And there are positive influences too, kind of emerging around you now. I think the right people are clicking in. There could be people that you've known already that you're kind of getting a little closer to, and you're realizing that they're a positive force. There could be a choice you need to make or a choice that you've made that some people might not agree with. People close to you just may not agree with that choice, but it's still the one for you though. And it'll reveal what you've already known to be true. I'm telling you, those insights, those profound insights are going to slap this week. Like, don't even be surprised if you watch this video and then right after that somebody calls you or something weirdly synchronistic happens. It's just cool. Let's pull one more card. But yeah, in terms of the conversation of transformation, grief is real. Grieving is a real process, and one of the biggest things that I kind of was meditating on is the paradox of joy and grief. And when we create space for them to both exist together, it's a sense of wholeness that sinks so deeply into your veins. And you can just feel the inner balance, because it's like you're not resisting the pain of the grief, of maybe walking away from somebody you're in love with, or losing a family member, or a job situation, or a culture. We can grieve so many different things, especially grieving your own self. Because maybe you're not that kid anymore. They live inside of you, but maybe you've grown up now. You've matured. You've seen a lot more. And so sometimes it's okay to cry over that spilled milk. Like, damn, my milk spilled. That be me. I'd be like, no. And then you let the feeling be felt and recognize that I'm better. Through every season of my life, I am better. Moving forward, there's only more loving, special, and authentically aligned things, people, places, experiences, cultures, environments, gifts, blessings. There's only going to be better for me. The more I choose to see it that way, the more that I expect good. And that is not to say that you have to be perfect in this scenario. You can be exactly as you are right now, which is enough, and still experience the full realm of your destiny with all of your bad habits, your flaws, your crooked teeth, shit. Anything that you feel like is, oh my gosh, this is just the thing that makes me not be as lovable. You're lovable already. And that's why we had to face our shadows and become aware of the parts of us that are driving us into trying to find ourselves in other people. Yes, other people mirror us, but in actuality, we have sanctuary and reflection. You're your own mirror first. You're your mirror too. So stay open. Stay open to spiritual insight. The power of prayer right now is very real. Stay focused on your mission. Leave room for practicality and emotionality. You're doing amazing. You're doing great. And you're still growing, getting better daily, better daily, better daily. That's what I'm seeing for us, collective. Keep looking forward to miracles. Keep expecting miracles. And for that person that feels super anxious, especially in this season of their life more than before, there's some science that says the feeling, or maybe it was like the neurobiology of experiencing anxiety is actually very close to excitement. And when I meditated on that, I was like, that makes perfect sense, because at some point in my life, I felt like I got really, really anxious, and that sparkle of bubbliness wasn't as present within me. And it's a shift that you can make to be excited for your life. Because yes, things are happening around you, but you are always you. You are always you, and you have the power to impact your world, impact your reality, and to be a force of good, not only for other people, but for yourself. And it's okay to have fun just because you want to. Fun doesn't have to be a reward. In fact, I think fun is a little bit of fuel as you're living your life, working and living your purpose. It's kind of like just a part of that balance and that paradox too. So thank you guys. That's what I'm seeing for you, collective. Keep your head high, keep your heart open, be flexible, be willing, and continue to trust yourself and trust your higher self during this time of transformation as we are entering into the spring. Much love. God bless.